Camera, action.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It is Angelique and I am here to tell you the most interesting story literally ever. But first, make sure you are subscribed and make sure to give this video a thumbs up, okay? Okay, so now getting into the story. Have you ever felt like you were in danger? Have you ever felt like you were gonna get kidnapped by an Uber driver? No? Well, that happened to me, and let me tell you. So where do I even start? A couple years back, I went to my friend's birthday party in Vegas. Big 21. That was the first and only time I literally ever went to Vegas, and this is why. So we were staying at Caesar's Palace, we were having tons of fun, and then literally the craziest thing ever happened. So we were turning up, I think we were at Dre's, and all of my friends were leaving the next morning. So all of them had to head out early, there were a few of us left over. And so, of course, I was used as a scapegoat. They wanted free drinks, so they used me as a plot. They were like, just like look cute and look back over your shoulder. Yes, look back over your shoulder, smile, and keep dancing. We literally all got free drinks. It worked out so well. And then the next thing you know, my friends disappeared. They literally left me. And if you know me, you know my phone's literally always dead. So of course my phone was dead. And the guy that they had used me for to get drinks was still around lurking. He was like, hey, do you want me to call you a taxi? I was like, yeah, my phone said, do you have a charger? He's like, no. So what do you think I did? I took the taxi. I said, hey, I'm staying at Caesar's Palace. He said, yeah, I'll tell the taxi driver. And I'd like 2 mimosas. That's it. 2 was a lot for me. So we got in the car, and the next thing you know, we're at some random hotel that's not Caesar's Palace. And I was like, hey, you know, I'm staying at Caesar's Palace. He's like, oh yeah, I just wanted to bring you by so that you could use my charger. I was literally so sketched out, but nobody around me had a charger. I asked 5 people before I went with him. So the next thing you know, we went to his room. I was literally so freaked out at this point. And he said, here's my charger. He gave me his charger. There were 2 beds, so he was like on one bed, and I was sitting on the other, and I literally had my arms wrapped around my knees. I was literally waiting for my phone to charge. And so the next thing you know, I fell asleep. I think like 15 minutes had gone by and I was still sitting with my arms wrapped around my legs, and this guy was knocked out on the side of me. I literally grabbed my heels, tiptoed all the way to the door, and then I sprinted down the hall all the way to the elevator because I knew he was not about to catch me. I was like, I'm not about to play this game. And so then I used a little bit of juice I had to call a Lyft. I got in the Lyft and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so wild. This guy literally just kidnapped me. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to go home, blah, 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 whatever. And you know what the Lyft driver said? He was like, I got you. It's good. Don't worry about it. We're on our way. So the next thing you know, I think it was like a 5-minute drive. 5 minutes. We're at Caesar's Palace. I'm like, okay, thank you. And as I go to reach for the door, he's like, hold on, I have to drop you off up there. I was like, okay. He drives up there, slows down, and then keeps driving. I was like, what? I was like, what's going on? He's like, oh, I have to pick someone else up. I was like, he's like, you ordered a shared Lyft. I was like, it was not adding up. And you know what? The next thing I know, we're on the highway, and I'm looking at this app like, doesn't say anybody else has been added to the queue or anything. So like, what could possibly be going on? The next thing you know, we literally ended up at the Lyft driver's house. Yes, at his house. I was literally sitting there like, what the heck is going on? First the other guy, now this, like what am I supposed to do? So this ding dong literally left the keys in the car and was like, come on, come inside, come inside. I was like, no. So I literally locked the car. I refused to let this man in. And I called my friend, my best friend, and I was like, hey, what do I do? He was like, oh my gosh, like call 911, like where are you? What's going on? He's like going on his phone, we share locations. He's going on his phone, like checking my locations. Like, this is where you're at. I'm writing it down just in case anybody needs to know. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So you know what? I was like, enough is enough. If you're gonna play and you're literally gonna kidnap somebody, then don't be mad when somebody leaves with your car. Yes, I said it. I left with this man's car. This man was literally trying to go around the back to get his like house key so that he could get in his house because he thought I was playing. Sucks to suck. I literally drove to the nearest gas station. I think it was like 2 blocks away. And by this point, my phone was like at 2%, so I was trying to like preserve the battery. And when I got there, I literally called my other friends that were still in Vegas. And by this time, it's like 5 a.m. Literally 5 a.m. So I was like freaking out. I was like, they're gonna leave to the airport soon. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. They came to the gas station that I was at, and they actually ended up picking me up and taking me back to the hotel. So you're wondering, what happened with this man's keys? I honestly don't know if he ended up finding his car. I don't know if he had the police help him. I don't know. I literally went to the gas station and I was like, hey, this guy that drives Lyft literally tried to kidnap me. And I went on my phone and showed the guy like the Lyft driver's picture. And I was like, if this man comes, like this is his car. Left the keys with him, got in the car with my friend, and we made it back. And I literally, if I had called, probably like 20 minutes later, they would have already like returned the rental car. So I was so lucky. I literally am just like happy that I was fine. I'm happy that everything was over. But I will tell you the messed up part. I got charged for that Lyft. Isn't that ridiculous? They charged me. He was like, yeah, I dropped her off. No, man. That's not what happened. So tell me in the comments, should I report this to Lyft and get a refund? Because, you know, I'm all about that coin. So make sure if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we will see you next time.